Howdy everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're about done with the second nacelle here. I don't have that much time. I don't get that much time right now for like video because I gotta empty out videos onto the hard drive. So, again, last video I had to spray paint an area right here because I left a thumbprint. Is it a thumb index print? So, also I put tape. Also I glued it last video. So we're just taking off the tape here. Yeah, let's point the camera down here. Hopefully that music's not too loud for you guys. Alright, and also last video was the secondary hull completion-ish. Hopefully it's not too loud for anybody up there. Okay. Okay, we're just taking off a bunch of tape here. It's looking pretty good. You can see that there are tape lines for where I masked off the paint. That's okay. Maybe I'll leave it as is. Maybe I'll just take my knife and just kind of scrape it away. If you do decide to, when it comes to scraping away, just like. Okay, honestly, that'll be fine. Alright. Last piece of tape. As it should be. One more, I guess. I hope you guys are all having a great day whenever you see this video. It wasn't too long a day, although the hours can go by really slowly at work. Alright, that is completed. Got the nacelle right here. All we have to do is just do one, two, we got 5 pieces left before we can glue this together. I'm gonna bring back, glue some parts in here. Let's see. Use this as a placement here. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna put in the fins here first, and then we'll put in the rest afterwards. Okay, not that one. Let's see, let's still. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Alright, let's see. There we go. Okay. Alright. Just gonna put a little bit of glue on here. Touch anything else. That's the one thing about glue a little bit. You gotta careful. Okay, we're just gonna try not to make too big a mess when you're doing this. And don't put in too much glue. Okay. Okay. One more fin to go. That's forward facing, just like those ones. I think what helps with these fins is that you just want to stick one end in, one end in at a time. I have to add just a little bit of glue, so they're just kind of. That'll do it. Rough, but it's good. Just gonna drop a little bit more glue in there. Okay. That's one thing I like about cement, liquid cement is that once it bonds, it melts and then hardens. It melts and then it melts kind of the plastic and or the paint, and it welds it together in a sense. Okay, I won't spend too much time on this video. It's gonna be a real short one. So just put this in here. Okay. Okay. Just gonna paint in here. Just gonna paint around here. Oh crap. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. I just screwed up on that. Broke one of the prongs off. How do you ask that happens? I don't know. Should be flush. Okay. Here, I got an idea. Do is just we'll cut it off. I can find my damn cup of cereal. Yeah, there goes that. Fine. I know, not the greatest idea, but in a pinch, it'll work. Just make sure you get your area glued up and prepped. Okay. And just watch your seam lines on. Just make sure everything lines up the way it should. I'm just going to hold it there. Just kind of look at the back to see how it looks. And then we're just going to add a little bit of glue right in here. Like I said, works in a pinch. Now if I really, probably not. Probably good as is right now. We're just gonna just hold it up like that if I can find a spray can. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Just let it sit there for a bit. And in the meantime, I've got this stuff here. Remove all my parts and other crap out of the way. That's in there. And try not to put too much pressure on one vice grip. Okay, so I'm just gonna loosen up my vices. I wouldn't try unsnapping them. Just okay. It's cracked right there. So be very, very gentle if you ever do have to be in a situation like that. Hopefully you guys aren't. But yes, I was. I was in this situation, and sometimes you got to make a choice. And Pops can have his vice grips back. Yeah, sorry, Dad. Kind of needed them in the pinch. In a pinch. Okay. Okay. Pretty good looking, honestly, if I do say so myself. Okay. That should be plenty of time for it to dry. Okay. Now we're just gonna put these two together. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some glue around the rim here. Let it set up. A little bit of glue there, here and there. Just gonna pick this piece up, just now I'm just gonna hold it like this for just a little bit. It looks pretty good, so we're just going to take a little bit of glue. just gently go along here. Now again, all the glue is doing is just reaching into those places that'll help it cling to. Okay, that's all that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good to sell. Now, I don't want to do anything just yet. I'm just going to hold it right there. It's just going to be held. It's going to sit like that. Just probably not. Okay, that should do it. Okay. It looks pretty good, honestly. Now, I did stick some glue on there, but let's... I could just snap it in right now, honestly. But maybe I'll do that in the next video. Again, this isn't going to be a super duper long video. The white, that did pretty good. Move this out of the way here. I think one thing we should probably look at. Decals probably in the next one, but this thing right here. I could probably just put that together right now. Let's find my instructions right here. Give me a second here. Find my pen. Pardon me. Just need to grab something here. Come on. Alrighty. So that's done. We're almost done with that. Okay, Botany Bay ain't gonna be that bad. Now, fun fact, I didn't even know this, that, I mean, I had never watched the episode The Space Seed, but the actor who played Khan in that episode, they actually asked him to come back for the movie The Wrath of Khan, which is like, wow. And for any of you guys ever watched those old Spy Kids movies, that he actually played Juno's grandfather. Which is kind of interesting. Not only that, is that you also have Sylvester Stallone, who plays in that movie, and George Clooney. It's like, gee whiz. Actors galore, I guess. Oh, great, where'd this come from? Probably in the package somewhere. I'm about to brush this off, honestly. Gee whiz, I have no idea where some of this crap came from. Okay. So, and when he came back, when they asked him to come back to the movie, he had acted in several other movies and or TV shows, and he actually had to watch that episode, the Space Seed episode, many times before to understand how he was able to capture that voice. Kind of he needed, because they he watched it over and over to not only to capture just how the character was. So, and once he got that, once he got it back, he was able to play the role flawlessly. So, just wanted to give you that a little bit. Who was it? Rowan J. Coleman, I believe, did a video on that, or I think you can find some bonus features on the internet. So I thought that was a cool tidbit of information. Just want to share it with you guys. Okay, let's cut this off here. Ooh, it was sealed. Okay. faster this way. Now, when it comes to movies, I mentioned this in previous videos that people do put Wrath of Khan kind of at their top 2 or even at their number 1 ranking of movies. I mean, and I will say that, hey, it's your ranking. That's okay. And I guess I still don't understand about. I'm still on the fence of how people are able to come to that conclusion about that. So maybe one day I'll find out. Maybe it's just the acting or just like that cat and mouse game. I talked about this in one of my previous videos, so I won't go through much of it again. One thing I will say is that one of my favorite movies is Star Trek Beyond. Where's this part go? So that goes right there. That goes in the bottom. This is actually that piece. Why? It's because, well, kind of the theme in terms of Kirk's arc is that in the sense that he is, let's just use that in the day-to-day operations, that like how like it's a never-ending day sometimes, and also he is older than his dad, and in that sense that he was dared to join Starfleet because of Captain Pike. He was living up to kind of the expectation the expectation set by his late father, and now here he is, older than his dad. I guess he's just trying to find his footing. It was really, I can't exactly bring it all together, but Rowan J. Coleman really talked about it, and also the phrase "where no man go where no man has gone before it." And he talked about that how it was used to great effect in that movie, but in the other 2 movies, like the 09 and the Kelvin and Into Darkness, wasn't exactly used because it was between this location and Earth, and Earth is filled in by Yorktown Station, and that theme by Michael Giacchino is awesome. I believe it was Night on the Yorktown. I think. Not only that, and I think the theme right before and the theme before that one are a bunch of my favorite themes. Is that the monotony of the job is like, is there more to this? And I'm kind of grappling with that myself a little bit. Some days, just like, why in the world they have us here on these days? But slowly I'm learning through my Bible is that I'm not only here to serve the people, I'm here to serve God. And sometimes, yeah, it's like, you grumble a bit, but you still continue with the job. What's going on with this thing? So, and at the end, he finds his footing. But it is sad how some of us do lose our way in life, in the sense that we lose. One is that in that we have to move places in order to kind of find our footing, or maybe we have to move places to get out of a certain environment. And sometimes I feel like that too. Like changing places in order to just like get away from some things. I understand that. So I'm thinking about adding more soundtracks to the already existing Star Trek playlist I've got. So we'll see. Sit down. So almost done here. Pretty easy thing to put together, honestly. In a tenth of the time, in a fraction of the time it takes to put together the Enterprise. But then again, the Enterprise is bigger. There we go. That's almost done. Shit. Oh, I apologize for that. I apologize for my language. Hang on. Sorry about my language there. I just realized that I had to get this clamped in there. There we go. I apologize for my language right there. Get these plugged in here. There we go. I might have to get a pair of pliers just to hold it in there. She's almost done. Oh, come on. Yeah, not strong enough. Alright, now let's just see how this is gonna go in. Sometimes you're just unsure. It's like, okay, how's it gonna go in? I'm gonna take off my glasses for this. As this is a fragile piece, and I don't want to screw with it. Maybe it'll fit like that? I guess so. Oh, it does? In my defense, I didn't read the manual on that part. There it is. Botany Bay. USS Botany Bay. Where can I put it down? Okay, that should do it. If I could find just like... Can I set it down? There's no winning with this thing, I swear. Okay. That should do it right there. So that's done. Body base completed. I might paint it up, maybe just a little bit, kind of make it look good on from the box. That's how much time have I been on here? Okay. I can't be on here for much longer. I'm running out of space. I gotta move things to the hard drive. Of course, I'm covering that spot. Okay. So it says here that the color of the plastic parts is representative of the base color of the body base. So, and it says you're free to add weathering and gray or and charcoal. So we'll keep that as is. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so all that's together. I've let that set for a while. Let's see how this will fit. Let's see how this will fit together. Am I gonna have a problem with you? Maybe, maybe not. This really depends. How cooperative do you want to be? It's a lot different than on this side. Okay, never mind. I got it. I have to hold it there, just like that. Okay, let's see how this will... It looks pretty good, honestly. Now, it is kind of funky when it comes to it. Now, I have heard that Gene Roddenberry, when he first saw the model, is that he flipped it upside down, and the person who created it I think it was a wood model, I believe it was Matt Jeffries. He had to convince Roddenberry, it's like, this is a good design. I don't know how long I don't know how long it took, but he convinced him pretty well. All right, so I got a little bit of time left, about 13 minutes or so. Yeah, so what we'll do is just pick it up, see how it looks. Now we're just gonna keep it like this, and we're just gonna take a little bit of glue, and we're just gonna throw it in there. Now, when it comes to something like this, don't let up on the glue. Just keep adding. Like I said, it is a little funky. Yeah, it is a little funky, but that's sometimes that's to be expected with models. It's not always going to be perfect. But hey, it's a model. So we're just gonna leave it up like this. I may or may not do the rest of it tonight. So that's kind of that. We are almost done. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Botany Bay. I have to think on some of these things here. But decals will be one of those things. Maybe I'll add that on camera probably. So it is definitely a long series for you guys. I want to say thank you for those of you who have stuck it out with this long series that I've put together for you guys. I hope y'all enjoy it. And for me, doing these videos, it definitely is one of those highlights of after work activities for me, because I come home at about 11:30. I do closing shifts, and it's a pain in the hind end sometimes, because all you're doing is just waiting for the clock to run out, and it's honestly no fun. I kind of wish we'd close a little bit earlier, say 10:30. Because there's really nothing to do after a certain point. It just dies off, really. And this is my third job I've had to close the shop. I remember closing my first job was at Fleet Farm, not up the road from us. I closed that shop many times at 5 p.m. Caribou, kind of in the same area as us. I closed that up once on the Thanksgiving, and now I'm closing this shop. I'm closing this store up. I work at Quick Trip. I ain't gonna hide the fact that I work. I'm not gonna hide that fact. I work at Quick Trip. I close that store many nights, and it sucks a lot of the time. And yes, I am one of those people who hasn't changed anything. I mean, I can take it, but I'm starting to look at it and just say I'm gonna take more vacation time, honestly, because there's just some points where it's like, maybe I'll just take a week off, a month or so, maybe 4 days off, just because it just becomes tiring a lot, and it's not really fair. It does. I know life isn't fair, but in the grand scheme of things, it's like it sucks all the time. So I hope you all have a great day. I apologize for that tangent. It sucks a lot of the time. So and doing these, it brings joy to my heart. And not only that, I read my Bible before I even make a video. So that gives me a little bit of peace, knowing that before I make a video, I'm not stressed or anything. I can come home, I can read a chapter, I can pray, and I can make these videos for you guys. And I am grateful for you guys to stick it out. And thank you to my 4 subscribers. Sorry I didn't mention you guys last video, or even the video before that, but I want to thank all you guys, my subscribers, my viewers. Thank you for watching all my hour-long videos, or more, or even short videos, such as this one's going to be about 40 minutes long or so. But I want to thank all you guys for sticking it out with me and listening to my silence, or even now I'm just having the camera pointed down at my workstation and you guys watch me. So I want to say thank you, just a huge thank you overall. So that's the one thing that probably very few YouTubers say is thank you, and I just want to be of that kind of group, is just to say thank you to everyone who watches all my videos, even though they're hours long. It's one of those things that brings me joy. And I just want to say thank you to you all for Bobby Bay. So, if you guys have the opportunity, I highly recommend you guys go watch kind of those guys I put in my last video, one of my last videos, or even if you are a big fan of like Star Trek and like Lego and minitrekmox.com, he has tons of models, he's got shuttles, he's got an advent calendar, he's got a lot of things. I highly recommend him. He's also on Instagram, so you look him up. I'm looking at this. That son of a gun. Kind of screwed a bit here. What's this? I have a little bit of time left. Let's take that off here. I may just fiddle with it the next video. Feels pretty good on the bottom. Come on. Gotcha. Let me see if I can put it in the other way. There we go. It's in. You know what? Screw it. We're here. Why not? It is almost done. I say screw it. Let's just end the night off on a high note. Let's do it. Let's end it off like this. I don't want you. We'll do some decals in the next video. I kind of want to give you guys a little bit of a high note on this video. We're going to put a crap ton of glue on this. We're going to put it together. If I can snap it in. Oh, come on. What a fish. Uh-oh. Please tell me you didn't screw it up. No. There we go. That's better. I kind of fuddled it up on that. So, we're just going to get a little bit more glue here. But I think we got it. Okay. Twist, turn it just a bit here. There she is. Now it is a bit funky. If I could, maybe I can fix it from the back. If I can hold it there for just a few seconds. I see it is leaning. Just need to fuse it. Just a little bit. Just hold it there. There she is. say that. I will say that's what happens when you do modeling, is that it's never going to be perfect. It sucks when it's never perfect, but you do what you can in the end. And there she is. You can tell it's kind of droopy. This nacelle on this side is kind of drooping. Okay, that's what you get with modeling, but okay, where's my knife? Oh, I don't have much time left. Crap. Alright, again, guys, thank you for joining me in this video and seeing the Enterprise finally finished, at least in this form. Come on. I want to say thank you to you guys. I want to say thank you to everyone who has always been here, returning viewers, my subscribers, and all. Thank you for joining me on this journey of just making the USS Enterprise. So take a good long look at her. Again, I want to thank every one of you guys. Like and subscribe, share the video, all that stuff, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.